Good morning, guys. So today's going to be a little bit different. Now that we've practiced a few different ways of using that 1 point linear perspective, now you're going to pick out one of the techniques that we've been working with to do a little bit more detailed of a drawing. So I've shared a couple things with you guys on Google Classroom I want to take a look at today, and then you're going to be able to pick out which of those you want to use for your drawing. So the first slideshow that we see here that was shared with you guys is going to give us a lot of different terms that I want you guys to be familiar with, and some background information about perspective in general. Okay, so this is where I want you to start. Take a look at this information if it's going to load for us, so that you're familiar with these terms. And then the second thing that's also on here are the requirements for each of the different options that you guys have. So if you're doing the lettering design, you need to have 3, 4, or 5 letters. We could scroll through here. So again, take a look at this information. So we're familiar with the terms, types of perspective, and then we have our different designs here. So the first option is to do a lettering design. So it could be a word, it could be your initials, whatever you want it to be. So looking at the example here, you can see that they used up the majority of the space of the paper with letters, shapes, they could be numbers. They don't have to be anything really detailed. They could be basic shapes like the first drawing that we did. And that is your first option. So at least 3 letters, no more than 5. And we're not going to be obviously doing this on black paper, just whatever paper you have in the house. And depending on how much time we have, we might do a little bit of the shading on the sides of the letters. Okay, but we're going to start with just the letters themselves. So that's your first option. Second option is going to be to do an interior space of a room. It could be a bedroom, the way that we practice together. It could be a kitchen. It could be a greenhouse, a garage. Totally up to you what type of interior space you would like to design. Right? So with this one, you really just got to make sure that you're filling up the majority of the space of the room. So with any kind of furniture or decorations, TVs on the wall, anything that you'd like. Usually we would do this one and then Sharpie over it, but obviously we're just going to be doing it in pencil on paper. Right? And then the third option is going to be the cityscape design, which is the last drawing that we practiced yesterday. With this one, again, really similar to how we did this yesterday, where we draw in our roads and then start building those buildings, which again we call a bird's eye view. With this one, at least 7 buildings in your design, and 2 of those need to be some type of curving or organic buildings. Okay? All right, so we have that on here for you guys. And then the next couple things are just examples. So I have examples of the letters, the rooms, the buildings, and then the bottom 2 are going to be instructions. Okay, so you can take a look at the student examples, get some ideas for which one you might want to do. And then there's instructions on how to create each one of these sketches. Okay. So I would, again, take a look at that first slideshow and then take a look at the student examples to figure out which one you want to draw, and then use these instructions to get started with your actual drawing. Okay, take your time with this drawing. We are going to have a couple class periods to be working on it, so don't rush through it. And when you do get finished with today, again, I don't expect you guys to be completely finished with the drawing, but please post a photo of how far you got at the end of class today. All right. Any questions about anything, send me an email and have fun. All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.